I always eat it with peanut butter. So I have to go work out and then get ready because I'm climbing later. And we're gonna talk about, I have an idea of what we're gonna talk about, but it might change. So I won't say anything now. Let us continue the duties and I will see you soon. Second kombucha today. No regrets until probably after I drink it. I love kombucha. I also haven't been drinking caffeine because it makes me anxious and kind of crazy, and also have weird sleep schedules. So why am I doing it today? Because it's kombucha. It's kind of the exception. Listen, okay, what is today's video, you ask? It's an update. I know. You have to be excited though. Because there are a lot of new things in my life going on. That's not necessarily true, actually, but I do have new feelings. What does that even mean, though? What does that mean? I feel like I'm growing up, okay? How does that relate to me living in my car? Well, I decided to live in my car. I decided to live in a van when I was in I actually decided to after high school. So I was already in college trying to figure out what to do with my life. And I decided to move into a van because I wanted to leave Minnesota because it's cold and chilly in the winters. Can't handle it. Already been established. We know this. I am so happy that I did that because I was able to experience Tennessee by myself and kind of grow a little bit more than I probably would have if I were to have stayed at home. I grew in different ways though. A lot of this talk I have to surround and revolve around college because college is such a monumental part of anybody's life. And I feel like if you don't go to college, you get backlash from specific people, certain types of people who think that the only way to make it in life is to go to college and to spend all this money and to pay your dues. Essentially, like college is an initiation. What is it called? Like a rite of passage. Okay, into the adult world, into the working world, into society's accepted class of decent people. Sometimes I particularly, because I live in my car, okay, but put that on top of not going to college and working at a grocery store and doing all of these things that make me a dirtbag.
Dirtbag, a person who is committed to a given usually extreme lifestyle to the point of abandoning employment and other societal norms in order to pursue a said lifestyle. Dirtbags can be distinguished from hippies by the fact that dirtbags have a specific reason for living communally and generally non-hygienically. Dirtbags are seeking to spend all of their moments pursuing their lifestyle.
Essentially, and make me this stereotypical hippie who couch surfs and lives off of other people's money. Okay, I've been told by somebody very close to me that I need to not rely on other people's money. Listen, this is painting me in the most terrible way. None of that is true about me. I can say that with 100% confidence.
So
little disclaimer. The reason why this was said to me was because I was a request of this person to co-sign on a loan for a van with me. This person denied it and said that I shouldn't rely on other people for money, which I then became very defensive against, because I do not do that. I am not known for that. I do not, I pride myself on the fact that I do take care of myself financially and am able to do that responsibly. And so for this person to say something like that to me, it was a shot. It was a shot to the heart. It was a little offensive. I just trying to let you understand that I'm not a mooch. Okay, that's all. Anyways, continue. Society totally I feel most of this is my fault. The fact that I have become this stereotypical person, not anybody else's fault but mine. But the fact that what comes along with that is people thinking that you don't have plans for your future. And maybe this is just all in my head because I do that. I negative self-talk. I put words in other people's mouths. Mostly society's mouths. Sounds weird. I assume society thinks poorly of me because I live in my car and I spend a lot of time at the climbing gym. I don't wear name brand things and all of the typical insecurities that anyone would have. I just want to say that life is so subjective, you guys, and it's fine to be different. It's fine to live a life that makes you comfortable, because at the end of the day, you're so unique biologically, mentally, emotionally. Some people are more emotional than others. Some people have very different preferences than others. Some people, for instance, take somebody who's genetically so lucky, no matter what they eat, they can be thin and they can look fit and they can be beautiful and they can appear as society's highest beauty standard, when in reality it's their genetics. They eat like shit. They don't take care of their body. A lot of those types of people develop values and habits that don't support true health and true longevity, and they end up having this warped view of what health is, and they a lot of times will view bigger, more visually unhealthy people as lazy, and they have these judgments, and it's not their fault because they may have been told that health comes from what you put in your body and how you take care of yourself, but their experiences in life prove and indicate and teach them that health isn't that hard to achieve, so they may have these views on other people. And I'm saying this just because you take somebody whose genetics don't give them that advantage, and they have to work for their goal body. They have to spend a lot of time thinking about what they put into their bodies. They have to be super aware of that, and they have more empathy for people who... What I'm trying to get at isn't specific to just health and genetics and all of this. It's more you are born with a specific set of traits, and you're born with a specific family that teaches you specific rules, values, and beliefs, and we are expected to go into this world that is the same for everybody. Obviously we're given different experiences based off of our location and the people that we are surrounded by and the wealth that we have and whatever, but we all live on the same planet, and we all have to experience, for the most part, a lot of the same shitty experiences, going to the gas station, touching the dirty gas station handle. We all have to deal with shitty people. Most of us have to work for our money, deal with all of these inconvenient things in life, and the way that we perceive these things and the way that we navigate through life is so dependent on our past, and our past shapes us, kind of dictates who we're gonna be, and who we are is perceived in so many different ways. And it's very interesting because I grew up, I wasn't popular in school. I wasn't cute to say the least. Okay, I don't want to get into it, but when I was younger, I developed so many insecurities. I wasn't naturally beautiful. I wasn't naturally confident, and I made good friends. I didn't make a lot of friends. I always wanted to know what it was like to have a lot of friends. Interestingly, now that I have worked on myself and my appearance and my confidence and pushed myself to do things that are uncomfortable socially, I'm learning and I'm gaining all of these new friends, but I'm starting to see how exhausting that can be and how, like, the pros and cons to it, essentially. What am I trying to say? My lifestyle and who I am as a person, somebody can look at me and see a homeless girl who didn't go to college.
Okay, I did get my associate's degree though, so kinda. Good half of college.
Who works at a grocery store. They could make so many judgments about that. However, people who know me and who know my character see that, like, there's so much more to me than that. It's just so easy for me to, like, oh my gosh, when I tell people that I live in my car, to see how they react to that and how they treat me differently after that. Because some people are very stoked about it, and most of the people that I tell, they think it's cool because I choose to surround myself with people who understand that. But then I'll say it to somebody, like, at a nice dinner or at a party, and they don't understand, you know? I should probably explain what brought all of this up. I went to hang out with somebody the other day for the first time. Basically, I literally, like, hate that this happened, but he called me out on not having a vaccine yet. Although I got one. I have my sticker on my phone. I can prove it to you. Do you see it? I did get my vaccine immediately after that interaction, but I found a respect for that person because he was very knowledgeable on specific things, like certain things that I just didn't know about, like the vaccine. He told me a lot about it, just like other random things. He's my age. Me being a Virgo, being super self-critical, comparing myself to his intellect, and considering that I think highly of my intellect, and I'm like realizing, and I have known that I can be ditzy, okay? I'm kind of dumb sometimes, like, we all know that, okay? At the same time, my character, I have a very determined character. In school, I would get all A's because I was very determined to learn subjects, and I also was fascinated by a lot of the things that I was learning in school. That aside, if I, like, I'm curious about something and I research it, I can understand things very easily. I'm a fast learner if I'm very interested in something. So I guess for update purposes, lately I've been feeling very self-critical and negatively about myself, and the fact that I didn't go to college, and the fact that I'm kind of gross sometimes. I mean, Exhibit A, I really am gross, I think more than average of the time. Long story short, my goals from this point forward are to be smarter. I want to be smart about what I'm doing in life and be more responsible. Oh my gosh, I hate people. I'm kidding. I literally love people, but I hate when they're intrusive when I'm trying to film a video. It's fine. He's like 3 parking spaces away. Oh, yeah, I kind of just, this winter wasn't very progressive for me. I did make a lot of videos though, so I'm proud of myself for that, but they took a lot of time, you guys. If you like me and you want me to feel good and happy, please go watch those videos and stuff. Tell people that I have entertaining content. It would be so kind and thoughtful of you. I'll send you a thank you letter, note, message, DM if you tell me that you've shared my content. Please tell me that, but only be honest. This is the honor system. With all of that being said, from this point forward, I'm thinking in my brain that I want to do all of these things, okay? So take it with a grain of salt, because the future is never concrete, and I most likely will be changing my mind. But I want to get a Sprinter van sometime soon, preferably, but I'm just kind of waiting right now for the perfect one to show up in my life. And I know that that sounds kind of lackadaisical and just passive, but I'm telling you, I love living in my car. I'm not kidding. Like, it's an interesting love-hate relationship, because I know that I'd have probably more peace if I were to live in a van, just because I could stand up and have more space. Now that the weather's nicer, I can feel feel myself being more motivated, not only to keep my car clean, but also to progress in life and be an adult and change something. I don't know what that is about, because I think I've just taken like all of this is what I mean, like my entire past of living in this lifetime of mine, I've changed so much about, like, mostly location. I've moved around a lot because of the Navy, and changed homes, changed friends, kind of changed personalities a lot too. Maybe not. I could just not understand my own evolution, but I feel like I have changed a lot as a person. I swear every time I move to a new place, I just like feel like I can become an updated version of myself. Anyways, I'm gonna kind of go now because this is a rambly rant. I hope that we can start a conversation about it. I do want to get a van. I do want to do yoga teacher training, start teaching yoga, eventually own my own yoga studio. Please don't hold me to any of this because I am trying to manifest it, okay? I don't want to put it set in stone because then there's going to be a resistance. It happens every time. Every time I'm like, I'm doing this 100%, it's gonna happen. There's always an opposing, balancing force that's like, bring yourself back to earth, Amber. You have to realize that this is going to be really hard for you, la-di-da. And lately, like with my plans, I'm just like, okay, I'm putting it into the universe and I'm going to take steps in that direction. I'm just going to like have it be a peaceful process. Anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know if you got anything out of it. I don't know. I have to go climbing now. Lately has been extremely busy for me because, like I said, I've been meeting all of these new friends and trying to spend as much time with them as I can because I love them all equally. And it's so frustrating because I just want to give all my time to them, but it's been stressful. Anyways, so please understand that, and please understand that that's why this video is kind of like this, kind of short maybe. It might be. I don't even know. How long have I been talking? Kind of lost track and might be far too much for anybody. I'm gonna go now. And let me know what you want my next video to be, because I think I kind of want to do my makeup routine or my skincare routine while living in my car. See, now I'm embarrassed. Anyways, I have finally figured out such a good combination of products that I use. I want to just vomit it on everybody. So if you want to see something else, comment it in the comments below. I'm gonna go now. I haven't used a lot of facial gestures, many facial expressions in this video. I listened to calming frequencies today, so I feel like I am embodying that. Let me know, do you like the chaotic crackhead energy or do you like the calming frequencies energy? Both are comfy for me. I'll see you next time. Love you. Please subscribe before you forget. Do it now so that you don't forget. It always helps me to do it now. And also comment anything you want in the comments below. Comment what you want my next video to be, or anything else. It's been nice hanging out. Also, follow me on Instagram. My name is Amber F. Bourgeois. Is that all I have to say? I can never remember. Yeah, I think that's it. Goodbye. Love you so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Love you.